Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Heidi, part owner of a business called Aventurine Clairvoyant Intuitive Healers with my business partner Jane Dowler, and welcome to a beautiful evening here in New England. This is my lamp that's going to keep us illuminated during my talk with you, and then we have a light back there. Isn't that really pretty in the background? It's really so pretty. What I want to talk about is how the history of the Ouija board started off as a very wholesome, very popular, very family-oriented board game. And now we're going to talk about how that wholesome board game turned into let's open the portals of hell and invite the devil to dinner. Now, a couple of things did happen after the Ouija board just blew up completely in the United States and being really, really popular. You remember people bought the Ouija board because they thought it was going to bring them hope and solace for their loved ones that have crossed over, making sure that they were happy, making sure that everything was okay. Now, it was also something that really boomed during the Depression, during the Jazz Age, during Prohibition, believe it or not. The Ouija board was really, really popular. In the 1944, a store in New York literally sold 52,000 of these Ouija board games to people all over the United States. It boomed and it sold more than the game Monopoly did. Right? Now, you also have to remember that people were looking to be crime solvers. So they asked the Ouija board how to solve a murder, how to solve crimes, how to solve thefts. This board took off as something for your imagination. Now, here's where it gets a little bit darker. Just a little bit, because you have to remember still that the Ouija board is still nice, it's still good, but on the peripheral vision here, it started to get some of its darkness, because people were actually blaming the Ouija board for the bad things that they did. There was a woman that in New York that left her mother's body in her living room 15 days before she was supposed to bury it in the backyard, and she told the police, that's what the Ouija board told me to do. There were two ladies who killed another woman because the Ouija board told them to do it. And now the Ouija board is getting blamed for a lot of things that people are doing, and people are saying, well, I'm not mad, I'm not crazy, the Ouija board told me to do it. Now, on the flip side of that coin, there are also some poets and writers out there that also blame the Ouija board for the successes that they had. They said, I didn't really write this poetry. The poetry came from the Ouija board. I just wrote it down and I published it and I made money because of it. And that's not a bad thing either. Where it started to really ramp up was, if I'm not mistaken, it was 1973. And if everybody remembers the movie The Exorcist, this is when everything Ouija board got dark. This is where the Ouija board was blamed for a lot of demonism and a lot of ghosts coming out of this board and possessing people. And remember where a little Regan, she was 12 years old, she took the Ouija board and she played it by herself to talk to a demon that was supposedly trapped in the Ouija board. And eventually it got onto her and it possessed her, and now we have the exorcist, we have the spinning, we have the puking. It's just not a good, it's a good scary movie, and that's exactly what the movie makers wanted. For us, we took it another level and we just said, oh my God, this is bad, we can't have it in our homes. And it took it another level further when the Catholics and the church got involved. It said, we are going to banish this. We are going to say it doesn't belong in your life. We are banning it from your home. You shouldn't have it. There's demons. There's also, as early, and I think I wrote this down, saying that in early 2000, Albuquerque, New Mexico had a bonfire, and they were burning the Ouija board along with some of the Harry Potter books. Now that's taking it a little extreme, but this is how, as human beings, we think. We go from one extreme to another. So in having this Ouija board out there, it meant that there were demons trying to attack us, trying to possess us. In reality, we just want to make sure that nothing bad happens to us. Can Ouija boards open the portal to hell? If you want my personal opinion, yes. But with that being said, it also is the intention of the person that is playing with the Ouija board, or the people that are playing with the Ouija board. What is your intention? If your intentions aren't good, if you're wishing bad on somebody, that makes it that much easier for a poltergeist, a demon, to walk right through, take over your world, and start doing bad things to you besides the person or persons that you want to harm as well. So you always need to be careful. Our motto here is do no harm, and you don't have to. You don't need a Ouija board, and if you don't need to play with a Ouija board, I suggest that you don't. But if you really insist on using a Ouija board, insist on having a fun Ouija board night at your home, at a party, then I want to tell you to be safe. Because curiosity is really, really healthy and good, but you also have to be careful and protect yourselves. So the next video that we're going to be doing is going to be happening on the 29th of October, when the veil between the both worlds are very, very thin, and you're going to be able to connect to your dearly departed a lot more quickly and a lot more closely. Jane and I are going to be talking about ways that you're able to protect yourself if you are going to be using the Ouija board. So, with that being said, please join me on the 29th of October. We're going to talk a little bit more of how to protect yourself while you are using a Ouija board. And I'm hoping that you're going to have a fabulous night and enjoy the rest of the evening. And I look forward to talking with everyone next week. And in the meantime, please feel free to drop us a line at info@Aventurine Clairvoyant Intuitive Healers. I would love to hear some of your opinions and your experiences of using a Ouija board, if you've ever used one. No answer is wrong. Everyone's opinion is correct for their own world and their own lives. And we just want you to be safe while you are using a Ouija board. So I will talk with you soon, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great evening, everyone. Peace.